What's happening when it gets cold out? You know, they win.
Can you hear me, Sam?
I can hear you, Rod. Can you hear me?
All right. I can hear you. Thank you.
Awesome. Okay, we're just getting on live. And you are live streaming.
Okay, thank you. Good morning, everyone. This is a regular scheduled Grace County Commission meeting, December 22nd, 2025. I'm going to call the meeting to order. Can we please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance?
To the flag
Flag of the United States of America,
to the republic for
which it
which
stands,
stands
under God,
under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
justice for all.
Thank you. Roll call. Zorn
Here,
is by Zoom. Avriel,
here,
Ellison,
here,
and Idlin's absent and Tranby is here. So I need a motion to approve the agenda out there.
so move.
Approve agenda by Ellison. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Second by Avriel. Any discussion? Any discussion? One last time. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
I
Same, nay, same sign. Motion carried. Okay, we have an agenda is floor open for public comment. And I don't see nobody here. So we'll just keep on going. So I need guys look at the December 8th meeting minutes. See what you guys think of that. I need a motion to approve that.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes of the last meeting.
Okay. Motion by Ellison to approve the minutes of the December 8th meeting minutes. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Second by Avriel. Any discussion? Any discussion? One last time, any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
I
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Bills. Anything that stands out there, Sam? No, nothing? I did see. Let's see, where's that one for the sheriff's vehicle in there? For the quote I saw was in there. For the, not the sheriff, but for the to equip it.
Yeah.
Is that in the bills to pay or that just, is she just coming for it? That's not in this batch, is it?
No.
That's just a quote she
Right.
had. Okay, never
Yep.
mind. That's in the packets.
Yep.
Okay, that's not in there. Okay. We'll discuss that when it gets down to the sheriff vehicle there. So, anything else there, Sam?
Nope. The only other thing I'd like to talk to you guys about during this time is we would like to have a special meeting to pay the remainder of bills for 2025.
Okay.
And if we could possibly do that on
What are you thinking?
When after 30th or something? No, yeah.
I was thinking, why is this?
Next Monday, maybe?
Next on the 30th, please.
Okay,
At 9:30.
sure.
You just won't see the list of bills until the meeting.
Correct.
I'm gonna have everybody submit their bills to me by 4:30 on the 29th.
So
so-
30th is Wednesday?
It's
No,
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Yep,
Okay.
Tuesday.
Okay.
So if you wanted, whatever time you want to do it, but if we could do it in the morning
Correct.
and then we can start closing books in the afternoon there or,
Okay.
after all of that. So if we could do the 30th, 9:30 works
Yeah.
or whatever time.
do
But
you-
then,
What do you think, guys? Perfect? Sounds good?
I mean, I'll probably do it through,
and
Zoom
Zoom is
or-
fine. I'll send out the list of bills or whatever to your guys' shared file, so you'll get all that. But it just won't be until the 30th, because we'll give everybody until
if I
4:30
can.
and then we'll.
if I can't get the Zoom to work on mine, I'll call one of you guys.
Okay,
Last time I had a hard time.
that's fine. That will work too. Do I need a motion for that? I suppose I do.
Yes,
Yeah,
please.
yeah, okay.
I'll make that one.
Okay, motion by Avriel to have a special commission meeting for December
30th?
30th at 9:30 in the morning in the commission room. Do we have a second?
I second it.
Second by Ellison. All in,
Hold on. How about you, Rod? I mean, I suppose I made the motion. Sorry about that. Does that seem like it'll work for you too?
Rod? Still there? Rod? Hello? Oh, okay. Rod?
Well, if you get at least 3 to call in, it
Yeah.
ain't gonna matter.
Anyway. So anyway, so,
All in favor, say aye.
yeah. And we get screwed up. Anyway,
Never mind.
yeah,
Yeah.
in discussion, one last time, in discussion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Same sign opposed. Motion carried. Okay.
We probably approve these bills then.
Yep, and then if we can approve.
Yeah,
this.
yeah, approve the bills there. I need that. So anything else that stands out in the bills, guys?
I haven't seen anything, I'll go back,
Okay,
especially if Sam hasn't seen anything, I'm not too worried.
yeah.
Unless Wayne got a big bill he wants to throw at us.
Anything in there, Wayne? Okay, just checking. Okay.
Did we make a motion to approve the bills yet?
No, nobody said
I
that.
didn't know how far
Okay.
we got.
You want
We got
you make a motion, you make a motion to approve the bills?
I will.
From Ellison, the first. Do you have a second motion to approve the bills? Do you have a second?
Yeah, I'll second that.
Okay, second by Averill. Rod, you still there? Must have lost him.
He's just muted. Rod, you're muted. I don't think I can unmute him.
Oh, Rod,
I think everything. got
Can we-
controlled.
can we call him?
He's, I wonder if he's not losing or cutting out so he can't fully hear us.
Oh, he's muted. Um,
text him.
Rod, are you able to unmute yourself?
Technology is great when it works.
I think it's a little hard to unmute when you're on the phone there. If you want to close out and then come back in, that might work. Just go ahead.
Yeah, I guess. So anyway, so we got a first and we got a second. We got 3 of us here, so we can make it work. So, voice vote. Can't get hold of Zone right now. So Averill,
Aye.
aye from Averill, Lauren,
Aye.
aye from Lauren, and I'll vote yes too. So motion carried. So bills are approved to pay. So, okay. And the next thing on our agenda is the load pass from, your name is Joelle.
Yeah.
Joelle, yes, from, in that. So how are you coming to getting her thing up there for us, Sam?
Sure.
She's working on that. Okay. I need. There you are, Rod. Hey.
Yeah, I lost you guys for a minute there. Sorry about that.
It's okay.
But did you hear that? We got a special meeting Tuesday at 9:30.
I did not.
Yeah,
I did not.
Tuesday
Okay,
at 9.
Tuesday at 9:30.
And we'll be paying the remainder of the bills for the year, so
yeah,
you
sit there,
won't
please,
receive the list of bills up until the meeting time. And then I'll put
Okay.
it, that shared file, just so that I'm able to give everybody the full day to get everybody's bills in. And then I'll have it for you on the 30th in that morning.
So, yeah, Rod, Joelle's here from the Load Pass people.
Okay,
Got a short presentation here to describe what this thing is. So
okay, sounds good.
you're
Okay.
on.
I'm on spot.
Just let me know when you want me to click
Sure.
next.
Yep.
Yeah, so
Yep.
my name is Joelle Vanderlinden and I'm the Load Pass permit operator. I don't know how much you guys know about Load Pass or if poor Amber came in and said, you need to have Load Pass come in and talk about it. But I'll briefly go over is what we do, and the things that we offer through Load Pass. It's more than just a permitting system. Okay, next slide. So we are a uniform permitting system for non-divisible loads that are overweight, oversized on participating county, township, and city roadways. So I want to be sure everybody's clear on that. Non-divisible loads, which are loads that you can't take anything off to be the bilegal weight or the weight of the roads. So like your farm trucks, your
Correct.
grain,
Yeah.
that's a divisible load because you can take grain off to be the weight of the road.
Okay.
Non-divisible would be any kind of work equipment that you're running down the roads or anything like that, or like windmills, like their towers, all of that stuff. You can't take anything off to be the weight of the road.
Okay.
Okay, next. So it started back in 1984 in Western North Dakota, tracking the truck traffic in the oil fields out there. It started with the paper permits, the self-issued ones. We called it the honor system in quotes, because if you guys are familiar with paper permits, what it is what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to fill them out before you leave the yard, have everything filled out from your starting point to your end point, what you weigh, all this and that, signed, dated, delivered. Well, permits were being lost, washed, and or not being filled out until the lights were on behind them. And we could always tell because it was really fast. But anyways, they would mail those paper permits into us. We would enter in the information and then we would bill the company. And then the company then would have to pay the counties. So there was a lot of delay, a lot of miscommunications out there. There was no way to track anything really. And so 2010, we have the online system. So everything is online from who the driver is all the way down to the payment side, and including their GIS route. Yeah, next. We do have an advisory committee. So you can see them listed here. Trudy Ruland, who's our chairman, she is with Montreal County Commissioner. We do have a couple sheriffs and an engineer in Ward. And then Nick Clemish, he's with our WDEA board. So under or above Load Pass is Western Dakota Energy Association, or WDEA. And then we have Tom Wheeler with the North Dakota Township Association and myself. We do meet twice a year. So usually we meet right before the North Dakota Association of Counties annual meeting.
Mhm.
And then this year we're going to meet right after the Williston Basin Petroleum Conference in Bismarck. This map here shows you all the counties in red that are participating with Load Pass, and the starred cities, Watford City, Dickinson, and Valley City are the three cities. Eddy, Kidder, and Cass County, and now Sioux County have all joined, and they will join after the first of the year. I'm waiting to hear from Cavalier. They had a commissioner meeting last week to finalize if they'll be joining or not, but I have talked to them as well. So with that, those are the counties in there. If an industry needs a permit and they're going through multiple counties, they only need to be in Load Pass one time. So it's a one-stop shop for the industry. However, each county needs to approve their road segments. So around here, Foster County could not approve Griggs County's roads. So Wyoming will be joining. Right now I have Converse County circled, and I'll get into this a little bit later on. They have joined with the notification system. Wyoming, the way that they do their fee schedule is by classes. And typically we go either by gross vehicle weight or axle weights here in North Dakota. So we're just kind of working with them a little bit, understanding the class part of it, because that's a little bit different than what we're used to. But as of right now, Converse County is on with the notification system. However, all of the counties in Wyoming want to join. So once Converse says the okay with everything, and then I believe then they'll slowly start joining as well. So this is the total number of permits that were sold within our fiscal years. So last fiscal year, we sold over 116,000 permits with those participating counties. And then the next one. And then with that, we returned out over $21 million out to those counties and those cities that are participating with Load Pass.
This is all mostly North Dakota? Is that those numbers?
Yes,
That's
yeah,
mostly
this is just North Dakota.
Okay.
Yep, yep. So the different type of permits that we offer is your trip permit, which is your most common one, your restricted road permit, your excess permit. Oops, sorry, no, you're okay. And then these ones are seasonal and these ones are optional. There is a handout in the folder there that kind of explains these as well for you. But these ones here are optional, which is your harvest permit, your wintertime permit, annual over width and annual over length, and your frost lot permit. So like the first two, the wintertime and the harvest permit, I know I said we only do non-divisible, but here we offer it, you can go 10% for your harvest time. We try to follow the state permits if it allows for the counties, and that is only approved by the advisory committee and the advisory board. So it's not something where, you bring it to my attention, I'm like, yep, we're going to offer it. We have to make sure that it's approved by the board and everybody on the board. But you're optional for these. The frost lot permit, there's only like 2 or 3 counties that use that one. So like I said, these are optional for each county. So again, this is the handout that's in there that we go by gross vehicle weight as of right now. However, we are converting over into axle weights. So we're working on that formula. So we'll have the axle weight information. And then we also go by impact factor as well of what that unit will do to the road as well. I'm sorry. No, you're okay. So we do gross vehicle weight, but however, we do collect the axle weight information from the industry. So here you can see this industry entered in this axle configuration. When they enter in each axle, the diagram below will follow what they are entering in down there. So you'll be able to see what the bridge length of that unit is. Or if it looks kind of weird, you could, say like, are you sure 4 to 5 is what it's supposed to be or whatnot? And then the county can send it back. So that's the information. We are collecting it. We just don't do our fee schedule off of that information yet. We're hoping to have the axle weight conversion completed after frost law season or spring frost laws. So it'll be after July 1st. Yeah. So like I said, everything is done online. So this is kind of a map that I was trying to show you guys, a routable map that they're starting over in Steele County and they're ending over here in Griggs County. Or maybe it's vice versa. I can't see that far where my 1 and 3 is. But anyways, what you can see is it gives the industry turn-by-turn direction. The little round circles that you see up there, some are gray, some are red. Those are bridges, and that's state bridges. So we have that information in there, but we can put your small structures in there as well. So the red circles there, that means there's a restriction and or it's closed. Okay. So it gives the industry a turn-by-turn direction. And if you don't like the route, you are able to change the route in your county as well. Okay.
Mhm.
So when an industry does a route, like say that's the route that they're going to turn in, it will only go to Steele County, and you can see that up on top that's whited out. And then below that, once they hit Steele County, because as of right now, you're not participating, it grays it out. And then it gives that warning at the bottom of their permit stating that this route contains road segments that aren't within our system. You may have to reach out directly, to obtain a permit. But now if you were part of the system, this would calculate right in and the fees would be calculated and it would be distributed out accordingly to what roads are being used within each county. So like I had mentioned before, we're more than just the permitting system. We have a notification system. So let's say frost law seasons are coming into effect and you want to send out a notification stating on, Wednesday, whatever date on the 22nd of March, you're going to have your frost law season is going to start. What we do then is on that map that you had previously seen, we would turn on all of your notifications and then those fees would then be calculated, but you can send it out to the industry or to whoever is subscribed to receive those notifications either by email or text. And currently right now we have over 13,000 users that are using it. And that is sent out to them at that time. We have a reporting of the notifications. So if you do a frost law or if you do a rain notification in a township and an industry is driving on it and they're like, well, we didn't receive a notification. We didn't know anything about it. Before you can go to court, if it goes to court like that, they get ticketed. Who received it, when they received it, and when they opened it. So we have that kind of reporting in there as well. It's also in Century Code stating that if you are with a uniform permitting system, you have 5 days to road your signs. So you don't have to road your signs and then send out a notification. So you have 5 days to road that because you send out that notification, and that's in Century Code. So again, the different types of restrictions that we can do on our map is that we can do your typical, your weight, size restrictions. We can do road closures. And when I say blanket restrictions, what that is like, say there's a rain event here in this area and you only have like the north part of the county is getting it. You can shut down those townships up in the northeast or northwest side of it. And we can shut them down, or we can shut it down by zones if you guys go by zones. We can have a construction notification. What that means is that a 2-lane highway is down to a 1 lane. And then the frost law event as well. So currently
You
this
got-
is,
Go ahead,
Do,
Rod.
do you guys have an app by any chance that is, you know, that we can look at on our phones to show, you know, like, for example, you know, there's Trucker Path, you know, that'll show like all the road closures and roads in North Dakota for weather events. Do you guys have anything that's available for drivers to follow?
yes, so that would be, you know, being subscribed to the notification system. And you can also, we don't have like what we call an app, but you can get to our map, you know, from a website and then just save
Okay.
that. So that's like how I use mine on my phone, is that I have it saved on my phone as just the permitting map itself. So then it would look like, I don't know if you can see this screen. So then it would look just like this then for you.
Okay.
So-
Yep,
Okay.
or it has them listed too, like verbiage, part of it too.
Yep.
So if you want to read it, you can. Or if you click on the red lines that are restricted in the roads, it will tell you what that restriction is as well.
How come Botany County's got a bunch of red in there?
It looks like they're in frost law season 24/7, 365 days
Okay.
a year. It is because they are pushing the industry onto their truck routes. So that's why they have it
Oh,
like that. Yep.
okay.
So yeah, so anything that's red is restricted, and then the zones, you can see like Divide, Williams, McKinsey, Montreal, and
Mhm.
Dunn, they have zones in there, and you guys can add your own zones if you want to. You can see the construction signs, like in Walsh County Steel, they have construction signs. No, you're okay.
I'm trying to get Jamie on, so that's.
Oh. So we also have the law enforcement access portal, or LEAP. So Amber can have this up on her computer. And if she sees an industry driving by, all she needs is the name of the industry. And then she can type that in and to see if they have a permit for the area. Do you go into multiple counties or just mainly Griggs? Okay. You'll be able to see it if you wanted to. You're out and about. Or if you have them pulled over, all you need is the license plate number, enter it in, see if they have a permit even before you go talk to the driver, you know. So then you can see like if there's any notifications out for the county. For this one here, we have rig moves, you know, for Western North Dakota.
So one question on that is, if a truck is, say, like, we got a truck that's leased onto one of the main companies, and he's there just hauling gravel, or maybe he's hauling an excavator in there for him or something like that, and he is not leased to the company, because normally, you know, they'll run your MC number to see if you bought the permit, but if you've got a permit yeah, how does that work if they just run your license? Because if you got the permit, I suppose he would have to buy the permit himself, and it'd have to follow his license number. It
Right.
would not be, okay.
Yeah,
I
you would want to
understand.
have the unit's license that's traveling down the road.
Yep.
Yep.
It'd have to be the license of the trailer and the truck as well that's pulling the unit.
Correct. Yeah, because you would
Okay.
want that configuration. You would need to know what the max
The
weight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you need to know the inner bridge, outer bridge, and axles and
Yep.
everything. Yep.
Yeah. So the benefits of participating is that you retain control of your roads. We don't have anything to say of it. We are also kind of the middle person. So if the industry has a question about frost laws and or how to run the system, we take care of those phone calls. It increases your revenues for road maintenance. It gets you ready for any future projects that you might be enduring here, which I heard might be some pipeline
Yeah,
coming through.
Exactly.
Yeah, and you just never know like where these solar fields are coming in. I never thought I'd see them in McKinsey County, but they did deny it. But you have the solar fields, you have the wind farms, you have all these different projects that are coming through. And you hold the industry accountable for the damage that they may be doing to the roads. You know, we want to make sure that we hold them accountable. And you know, it's nothing new to get permits. They have to do it for the state. Next.
They already have permits from the state, correct? This would be a double permit then?
Right, yeah, because the county, for your county and your township roads.
So
Yeah.
that's kind of tough on some of the operators and,
They should know, because on the state, it does state that if you're going on county roads, you do need to get a permit, and it links to our website. You know,
If you say so.
well, they should be anyways.
Yeah, it's been that way forever. You know, state does not intercede with county
No, they do not.
on.
And a
on
lot of
permitting.
times state will push industry to go on county roads over state roads.
Mhm.
Yep, we've seen that a lot. And I don't understand that, but that's a different conversation. And I've seen you guys have participating townships in the area, right? Your townships are organized? Townships, okay.
Yeah.
So when Griggs County joins, townships don't automatically join. That is something, a contract between county and townships. So when you guys join, it's just your county roads. But now if your townships want to join, that is a contract between county and township.
Township.
Mhm.
Okay.
And I do have sample, I'm not sure if I have them in there. If not, I do have one with me. I do have a sample like letter and contract that other counties have used, but you can do whatever you want with it. Usually it's 80-20. So the township gets 80% of the fees and you guys retain 20 of it because you are approving their permits or denying their permits. So if they don't participate, there's no fees being collected, not unless they have to call the farmer, call the township officers, and that's during holidays, weekends, during a basketball game, football game, whatnot. So, and then also there's no record of accountability that's being done on those roads as well. So the members' responsibility is what we ask of from the county is that there's at least one or two people that can approve permits during business hours and have those done within an hour or two because time is money for the industry too. So we don't want to make them wait as much as we can. And then on the weekends or non-business hours, like on holidays and stuff, we ask that you at least check your emails. You do get a text, whoever is going to be approving permits does either receive an email and or a text stating that there is a permit out there to be reviewed. On the weekend, at least if you can do it once or twice a day. We also have it set up to at a certain weight limit or anything else, it can be auto approved. So if you aren't too concerned about going over a bridge, or if it does go over a bridge and then that auto approve is kicked off, but we can have it be auto approved as well. So here's some of the things that we are trying to prevent in counties is the lovely bowing of the bridge. These ones go by pretty fast. Or this
Ooh.
completely.
Great.
Well, they're liable
3
for
tons.
that anyhow, I think, aren't they?
And then like these roadways here, it does cost money for the counties to maintain these or the townships to maintain these, but also it's a safety issue. You have school buses going on these, you have family and friends traveling on these roadways. So we just want to make sure that they're also safe. And like you said, holding the industry accountable.
Yeah.
So this is like during a special like rain event, like how slick those roads are. And then this
Ew.
is like the
Okay.
top notch one. So we want this.
I said it's probably Foster County.
You'd be
Yeah.
surprised, some of these Barnes County roads I
Right?
go on, they get like that too.
Yep, or south of Ellendale with the data centers. Yep,
Yeah, I've
they
heard about
have
this.
issues down there. Yeah. So we want to make sure that your roads are safe, clear as much as we can, help you out. And then next. So now the membership fees, I'll be straightforward with you. So when you join LoadPass, it's $1,500. That's the initial setup and the training. So we will go through training on how to approve these permits, how to work the GIS system. We want to make sure that we have all of your roads labeled, your small structures, your bridges, anything like that. And I also say that we want you to look at the road names. Because I don't know if you guys, I call it the good old boy names, like you can have 85th Avenue, but then you might call it like
I know.
Dean's Road or whatever,
Yep.
so we want to make sure that we do have all of that information in there. We do keep 1.5% of the permit fees, and that's for the admin and the credit card fees that is associated with those. After that, it goes by fiscal years of how many permits are sold. It's a tiered schedule. So 0 to 500 permits within that fiscal year, it's $500. And after that, it's $750, $1,250, $1,500, and $2,000. I did look and was it Steele County from January 1st, 2025 to December 1st, they sold 750 permits So that kind of gives you an idea. In Foster County, I think we're at 200. If I'm not, yeah, not mistaken, but I can double check those numbers too. So that is pretty much Load Pass in a nutshell. If, you know, there's my contact information, Load Pass, if you want to go out and look at the website, you sure can. Sign up for the notifications to see how those work. Is there any questions?
One quick question I have is on the rain, you know, with the amount of trucks we're having coming here, and say that we have a designated route for them to go back on haul roads. And it's, you know, guys that are going back empty, there's really nothing you can do to them, you know, because they're going to make it by axle weight because they're empty. But let's say that they're going back and they don't want to meet the loaded trucks and the traffic and stuff, so they're taking routes that are not, you know, they're not a haul road, you know, and so now we got private roads that are being torn up,
Mhm.
especially during the rain. Is there any way a guy can do anything to, you know, have something in red that they're not to haul, you know, do not, you know, because I know they're like in the inner cities, you go into Fargo and, you know, they've got all their roads. You got roads you can get into Cargill and stuff on, but then there's roads that are basically like a residential road. That you can't go over, you know, I don't know, say 12,000 pounds or whatever. And I'm just basically interested, or not interested, but concerned during this pipeline coming to how to keep roads,
Sure.
or trucks off the roads that are not designated for hauling, especially after rain.
Right. So there's multiple ways that you can do that. We can have it that we restrict those roads right away, like that 6-ton 80, you know, whatever you want to restrict those roads that they can't haul down. Or during a rain event, what we do is when I say shut them down, I say we put them down to 3-ton 12,000. So you're pretty much shutting down the industry,
Correct.
you know, and so that is across the board. So if it's only in a few townships, we can shut that down in a few townships, and or we can shut the whole county down, and that does turn the roads red. And then
Okay,
there's an alert on there that, you know, because you'll send out that alert. And then also when they click on the map, they'll see that alert as well. That restriction on there too.
Okay.
And then you guys, you know, during that time, then whoever's approving the permits, I would take it off of auto approve. And then you don't have to approve those permits right away. You know, you could say, you
Yep.
could send it back and say it's not approved due to rain event, you know, contact, you know, send it back in 3 days or
Yep.
whatever. Yep.
Yep.
Question, how much work is it for the designated person to do this? How much work is it to do it? You want a contact person.
Well, somebody's got to be there every day,
Yeah, but
twice a day, Sundays and Saturdays.
That's my question, you know.
Right. It depends on how many permits. How
Okay.
many permits are you guys
Okay.
doing now?
Well, you don't know when somebody's
Right.
going to ask for one. though.
Right, exactly. You don't know. That's why we ask that somebody's there at least once or twice out over the weekend, you know, but you do get an alert on your phone and or email. You know, so it's,
That's what I'm thinking, how, you know, who are designated gonna be, how much work's it gonna be for that person? That's what I'm looking at too.
right, it's hard to say.
You know, yeah, so.
I think they do follow us. But I mean, yeah, but somebody would have to do it
That's what I meant, yeah, that's what
Right.
I'm saying, so.
unless you want to do it. You're not
But you
busy.
can also,
Oh, Wayne, what do you say?
I make a motion the commissioners approve all permits.
Do what?
You have to have a special meeting every time a permit came in.
No,
Or you just designate.
What do you-
This is why I haven't,
what do you
this
think,
is
Wayne?
why I haven't ever joined Load Path.
Because of that.
Because it ends up, it goes back to me anyway.
Yeah,
I'm the one that has to text them and say.
Well, that's what I'm-
"Go ahead."
that's what we're saying, yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
But is
And
that
so-
worth your roads going crap?
No, I'm just, my point is just, you know, somebody's
don't
gotta
think-
take the lead.
I don't think Amber wants to do it. I mean, you know, so
Keep our roads good, yeah, I would. It's not that big of a deal. Everyone's on their phone anyway. Don't tell me you're not sitting there on your phone.
In the past years, there hasn't been a lot of permits. I'd get like 5 requests a year.
But part of the reason that we haven't had permits, I think people just come through the county knowing that we're not on Load Pass. And I would guess that there are permits that aren't taken because they
know
know that we're not on Load Pass and they aren't paying attention.
Not right, it's wrong,
Okay,
but
I
You
don't,
can
think-
also
I don't
have
think
them auto-
they drive through Griggs County just on
Yeah.
that account.
right. But
And there's guidelines for that, for auto approve,
Okay,
the permits too. You'll still get a notification that the permit came through, but it will show that it was auto approved.
okay.
And you can set those parameters too.
Oh, Rod, what do you think? You're the trucker in the group.
Yeah, we have a professional trucker. That's what
Yep.
it is.
No?
I'm sitting at the border waiting for a permit right now, so.
A county one or,
Us, one that go into Canada.
Canada.
oh, Canada,
Yeah, it
okay.
goes in Canada quite a bit.
So,
I'd like to have, think about it.
Well, that's why she's here, so.
Yep.
So,
right, right. I like the idea there. I like the idea that you can go on your phone and see the roads. I like the idea that we can bring roads down during rain and haul roads back down. You can bring it down to a 6 ton or 3 ton, to keep trucks off of it. I have used Load Pass quite a bit back when I pulled for Makata and we went through Minnesota and into Montana. We use it all the time. It was handy. Minnesota especially. Minnesota, you'd come to a county that wouldn't let you cross and you'd have to turn and go straight north or straight south to go around the county and come back up. For whatever reason, whether it be a road or a bridge that they wouldn't let us go across. They didn't tell us why, but it was, so I've used it. Yeah, I see pros and cons. It's just like anything. There's plus and minuses to everything, but I do think that even empty trucks and rain is going to be a major deal in this event we've got coming with the pipeline, with the amount of traffic that we're going to have. I know that I can picture it already that a driver thinks they're fine because they're coming back empty and they're just going to take an alternate route and go back the way they want. And we're going to get roads torn up, especially during rain. Then there again, then it's going to call to the township or in the county to pay and fix those roads. So, I like the idea that Amber can pull up and just run a license and see if they got a permit or not. So there's definitely pros and cons, that's for sure.
Oh, we can table this for beginning of the year when everyone's here.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
that's what
Absolutely.
I wanted you here. Well, Amber requested you, which is perfect.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
our next topic is the pipeline.
Right.
So
Perfect.
on that one, so,
I will leave the membership forms
okay,
and the agreement. And then in the back, there's two. There's a letter for townships and then their a sample contract. And like I said, you guys can do what you want with that contract too.
how quick can you set it up? That's the next question for you. Fairly
well,
quick?
Pretty, yeah, like if we have full hands on deck, it'll probably take us, I say 30 days, but
Okay.
sometimes it's less than that.
Okay,
If we don't need to do too much work with your roads, segments and different things too. And if there's a road there where you don't want anybody to go on, but it's for the industry to go on, we can remove that from our map too. So like if there's a road that's beat up pretty bad, we can remove it as well. So then they can't even permit on it too.
Some of
So,
our roads, we don't plow them in the winter. We only clean them out in the summer and they're pretty rough.
right,
So it'd be for semi to go down that road. It'd be really good.
right.
I have a question. You
Yeah.
have a lot of counties that go by the state 80,000 pounds
For township roads.
County roads too.
County roads, yeah, usually it's 105.5. I mean, each county is different
Yeah, we're 80,000,
for county roads too.
except there's designated roads, a couple of them that are 105.
Okay, so then that kind of pushes the industry then to use those 105.5 roads instead of the 80, because then they pay.
But then they lead to nowhere.
Right, and we
Highway
have all that,
200 to Sutton is 105.
right?
But then beyond that's back to 80,000.
Pavement, you mean, or what?
Yeah. You got more pavement going from 200 into
correct.
Sutton because of the Bush.
Bush Road, yeah.
So, but yeah, if you guys have
Okay.
any questions
Yeah.
at your next commissioners meeting, you guys have my number. You're more than welcome to call or email me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, thank you very
Yeah,
much.
thank you.
Appreciate
Thank
it
you.
Yep, thank you.
Yep.
on that one.
I think you're up and running now on your,
What?
you're up and running on your.
Oh, yeah, okay. Amber, you want to have a seat? Why don't you give it what your take on it quick on the road thing, and then we'll talk about your sheriff pickup. There. Please.
Yes.
Oh,
I think
That it.
load pass is a no-brainer for me, but
Okay.
we either want to take care of our roads or we don't.
Okay,
Right.
yep. Yep, no, I just thought, because you're the one that's, it's a,
It would be nice for us too.
I guess, well, I guess, yeah, I know what you're saying in that one, so, anyway. Oh, you want to talk about your pickup, please?
The pickup, he added 1722 for a tonneau cover and running boards.
1,700?
Yeah,
Oh, that's not 17,000.
no, well, that's coming up. That's the next thing she's
You
gonna.
guys
talk
want to
about.
see that?
Yeah.
That's, the dealership added that or what? Or who?
Well, he already, yeah, the running boards were already on it. They were gonna take them off and then I was like, well, we need a tonneau cover.
Yeah. We can, is this in the bills this time or not? No. So we can put it, we can pay it out of which one? Sam? Or which account we take it out of?
I think that one's fine to come up with a
Out of
vehicle.
Vehicle, okay. That's
We
my,
should have enough
we should have enough, don't we?
for everything then, even
Yeah.
including this.
Well, we got one big bill here, so.
Yeah, the upfitting for the vehicle is 17,518.
And
And that's taking what we can out of the Durango.
that's all the lights and the sirens and all the, yeah, all the bells and whistles.
So with the 17,022, the total is 63,400 and that's with everything. That's not too bad.
No.
Now, how much money do we have in our vehicle?
I want to say we have 60,000, right?
Wow.
Here's the bill.
And then we'll have the sale of the, or I don't know what you guys are gonna do. with
Yeah,
the
we'll put that up
Durango.
on auction, you know.
Cause how many miles is Durango, the one that we're gonna?
It's over 100, I think,
That's over.
Yeah. That's what years?
And I know
20.
a lot of them are idle hours too, and that can be a lot of wear and tear on the motor too.
Mhm.
So.
I always get questions why the vehicles are always running all the time, because you gotta boot everything up every time, correct? All the computers,
Mhm.
yep. I know Highway Patrol never shuts theirs off,
No,
Yeah, no, so.
Cause you guys, even when you go to the gas station, and everything, you just let them run, don't you? Or you're on call, or if you're taking care of a call, the vehicle just sits and runs. Correct?
Mhm.
Yeah, cause you have to leave them run, don't you? In case there's emergency or where you can jump in and go.
yeah.
So the 17,000,
Oh.
how can we pay for this one, Sam? What are you thinking?
Currently.
Can we pay for next year or this year, or how, you know what I'm saying?
Currently you have 65,000 in there. We've used about 5,000 out of there this year for
The upfitting on the
of
pickup.
the pickup. And so then you guys budgeted another 30,000 for next year. So you guys are good to go.
So we'll have a
So do you-
total of 90,000 then,
Do you want,
as of the first of the year.
so do you want to take like the 17,000? Do you want to take it out of this year or next year? That's my question. You follow what I'm saying? What are you thinking?
Can't we just designated, have them all set to be scheduled and then after the first of the year, do it all then? Or-
However you can do it, I guess it would be better if we did like the 65 out of this year
Okay.
and the 30 out of, or
17
you know, what, yeah,
17 out of next year.
yeah.
If you wanna do it like that, I'm okay with that. I just didn't know if we
Yeah.
push it back an extra week if it mattered or not.
Yeah, there's no, yeah, that's what I thought, no deadline in this. We spread it out between the 2 years then. You hear that, Rod?
Yep.
Okay,
I mean, if everything seems fine, I don't see, why not.
so do you want to put this on put the bill on?
This year.
So we
The-
should do the Christian one out on the 30th. We'll pay that one
the
out
the
and then
1700
this other one should
next
go
year,
on.
January,
yeah.
next bill, commission
Yeah.
meeting in January, okay.
Yeah.
Have
gotcha.
Emily go drop a check off.
Okay,
Your guys' pickup.
there you go. You got the pickup? You-
No, I gotta go get it today.
Okay, all right. So,
It's a new 3/4 ton. It was a
Half
new
ton,
3/4
half
ton, like what
Half
you got.
ton.
Half ton.
Oh, this one's a
That's
half
half
ton.
ton, yeah.
Okay.
So explain that was from last year's that it's been there since last year.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so it's a carryover type.
It's the one we originally ordered before we decided to go 3/4. Still there.
It's a Dodge, of course, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, half ton.
What motor is that? Is that one got this 5.7 in it too then? Or
I'm not sure.
I think what she said was the Hurricane one.
Because some
It's
of
the
them,
it's the Hurricane motor in it.
I heard, yeah.
okay, because I know some of them, they were sticking the straight sixes in them. Straight sixes turbo,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
which I thought was kind of
That-
neat.
I think that's what this is, isn't it? That's the Hurricane motor, the straight six turbo.
Well, I tell you what, there's one way to find out.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
the Hurricane's a straight six, that's turbo.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. All
It
right.
was, they had a replacement for the Hemi just for a year.
Oh,
Jamie, what's your thoughts on load pass?
I think it's a good idea.
And we can get money. We can get money back out of it too, it sounds like too.
I guarantee that there are permits or trucks that should be permitted that are sneaking by.
Oh,
Mhm.
absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely. You're gonna be totally surprised at how many trucks are gonna come in on a weekend, Saturday and a Sunday, thinking that there's gonna be no law enforcement and they can get in there without a permit. And, whether they're bringing in an excavator or whatever, I'm not saying gravel trucks, but I'm talking, when they're bringing either a load of equipment in or tooling
Well,
or
that-
whatever.
Well, and
Oh,
that's,
just for example, this project that's coming up, we've been talking about the haul road. We haven't talked about any of the equipment that they're gonna be hauling in.
Mhm.
And I mean, there's gonna be just from that thing that there's gonna be a pile of permits. Just without the haul road from the material, they're gonna have a pile of equipment that's gonna be all overweight that they're coming in with.
same thing with that bridge project we're doing, isn't that gonna be the same thing on County Road
Yeah, I
6?
forgot about
Well, there
that.
won't be that much hauled in.
No, but
No, but there'll be a lot
If,
of,
if Foster County only had 200 permits last year though, that, and they're doing their pipeline there. I mean, so,
well, yeah.
I don't know. It just, we gotta think about it. Yes.
The
Probably
that-
talk to
it's already
Wayne.
Wayne. Can you hear Wayne? Anybody can hear Wayne? Wayne, why don't you come over and sit at one of the mics so we can hear you? But so basically, this brings us to the next subject is the Garrison diversion, the pipeline guys.
yeah.
So last week.
Well, hold on,
Hey.
before we switch to the pipeline, should we vote to approve? Do we have to
Can we,
vote
can
to
we, can we
approve?
prove, can we do that or just wait till next, you put it on?
I think just wait and then
Wait.
I'll put it in with the
Next-
bills.
Okay, that's fine, I just
Yeah,
wanted to
yeah,
make
yeah.
sure, I didn't want you to get skipped over, that's why.
You're a good man.
So,
Go put it on December 30th bills then. So that'll work.
This
So-
one will go on the 5th.
and-
Yeah, yeah,
But
the
they'll,
bigger
they'll
one.
let you be able to
Correct.
come pick the pickup up and then, okay.
They-
As long as you can get your pickup and you guys get rolling, that's the main thing.
Yeah,
So-
it'll be fine.
What was the timeline to get it up to actually put the stuff in? How far out?
Couple months.
Yeah, like the other one.
But you could still use it and do whatever you need to do, at least to get you by, because you
You,
guys.
you can put the temporary lights in like the other one, right? Yeah.
Mhm.
Uh, anyway. So, okay, that brings us to the next subject is the pipeline thing. So last week, me, Wayne, and Rod took a road trip over to Foster County. And we went with two Foster County commissioners, Dave Yuki and Al Simpson. And we spent about, right? Scanson, sorry. We spent about two hours over there. And with plus the road superintendent, Nate. And how can I put this? We got an eye-opening experience, let's put it that way.
Mhm.
We basically went south of the Kensel Road there about 5 miles. And then that's where they're kind of working right now. And yeah, the equipment is unbelievable they have sitting there, putting the pipeline in. It's a major undertaking, let's put that mildly. So what we're trying to do is, we kind of was a fact-finding tour to see what their Foster County's been up to. And they kind of got a forewarning what's gonna happen to us on that one. So that's kind of in a nutshell on that one. So Anyway, go ahead, Wayne, what you.
I was just gonna
yeah,
say
go
that
ahead.
they had roads, that looked like a normal road before, and now they're just 40 feet wide practically and
2
lower.
feet shorter.
We crossed an intersection where the
Yeah,
crossroad was about 3 feet higher than the roads going east and west that they were using. He said this used to be flat intersection and now it was a big hump.
like, and they made, in, like for the roads, like they said, there's 1,000 loads in and out per mile of pipeline. Yeah. Yeah. It's unreal.
So I've been working on an agreement. It's gonna take a little bit of time to do, just because I want to make sure that we get everything added in there. I want to talk with you guys a little bit more about it after the meeting or outside of a meeting, and make sure that I get things in there that you guys experience. But I did speak with Rod about it quite a bit, and I'm gonna sit down with Rod again in the next couple weeks. But yeah, I mean, this is something that we need to be concerned about because we don't want to be paying for our roads in the future for what they do.
No, because they even said in the meetings that they would take care of everything when they can.
Exactly.
Well,
The maintenance, even the
So-
maintenance behind it, they specific, we'll take care
know.
of it, this
They-
and that. We should hold them to it.
What they're, for example, they're supposed to, like, was it township road, they're supposed to give 10 grand per road mile? 10,000?
Per mile.
Per
Yeah,
mile, yeah.
and like Nate said, it was $6,000 to gravel the road, and he said it leaves 4,000 to fix it. Well, how do you fix it when it's 2 feet shorter and 20 feet wider?
Yeah, $10,000 doesn't leave anything. I mean, I think that
No,
instead of just doing that, we need to just assess the actual cost to repair the road.
Right.
or something like that.
But I think that we need to sit down with the townships too, so they're in agreement with what's going on, the specific townships. If they just want to sign in with the county road agreement, or if they want their own separate agreements. But I think that we need to work with the townships too to make sure that they don't catch a short end here.
I agree.
One of the things that Nate told us that was eye-opening is that he said it can rain 2.5, 3 inches of rain. And he said the rain hasn't even stopped. And he said all the trucks are out running, and they're, and then they're coming back. Yeah, that's what he said, is that they're not coming back on a designated road. And he said, you got roads that are just getting torn up. And, so you call, and he said the biggest thing is they were trying to get a handle of how many trucks were on there. And it was very, that maybe that company that they called had 15 of their own trucks, but they had 35 trucks leased to them. Well, they would say, well, we got 15 trucks running. They wouldn't tell you about the 35 trucks that were running that were leased to them. I think, that's one of the things I really liked. I don't know if that's how to get a handle on that, because
Well, I think load pass will help, but I think
right.
it might just require posting signs. I mean, if the roads are wet and we get a pile of rain, we don't want trucks on there, so they're gonna get shut down.
Right.
And
right.
and
the one thing I want to, just so everybody's got an idea of what we got coming, it's not just the trucks. One of the things they said is that, for example, a contractor gives the clay away. There's so much clay that comes out, and they fill it up with rock and gravel, so they give these piles of clay away. So they'll give the clay away to somebody that's not contracted with them. It's somebody of, a lack of it's just somebody from another construction company or a farmer or whoever. And they said they're doing more damage than some of the contractors, because they'll come in and they want to get it out as quickly as they can. And they said they're loading their trucks from corner to corner, and they're going down the road, and they said the clay is running off the corners, and they're not placarded in per se to work on the job, and they're just using whatever road they want to leave. That's something I would really like to monitor somehow.
when I
And
went,
then
Maybe that's something Amberley could do.
the quick thing is, just so that we got an idea of, is that I ran the weights. We went by some of the equipment, and there's a website you can go to. You can look at the weights of equipment. And there was like a John Deere 240 excavator there that, without a stick, so that's, like she said, divisible. Take off everything you can, the bucket, the stick. Just a bare machine alone, weighs 140,000 pounds. you know, there was 270s there, you know, that were over 200,000 pounds.
Yep.
You know, so they're bringing that stuff in with trailers and stuff, you know, coming down the road. Well, you're looking, you know, you're over 200,000 pounds coming down these roads. So, you know, you can do a lot of damage in a hurry.
Well, not even just the truck traffic. You're gonna have vehicles. I mean, they'll have a pile of welding trucks and a pile of pickups. I mean, the traffic that's gonna increase on these roads that are being used is gonna be probably tenfold of what they're typically having on them.
Well, that's what Nate said, you know, is that the welding trucks and stuff that pull up to the actual site where they're working, he said they can't get a maintainer down because he said both sides of the road are solid pickups from front to back. And he said over time with rain and everything, he said now your shoulders start to drop and, you know, and pushing everything down. You know, that's something too, you know, it's, yeah, there's just a mountain of traffic there that we have to maintain and deal with.
I have to keep an officer wherever they're at, keep an officer there full time.
Well, that was Nate's big question. Who's gonna be enforcement?
Well,
That was
when I was out west,
Yeah,
in the oil field there, I had to check every driver and every truck to make sure that they had the weights that the truck were for, and every driver had to have a license. They couldn't have any illegal drivers or would throw them off.
Yeah.
So I do believe that's something that, I don't know if we pay somebody to go out there and monitor that, but it's probably something that has to be done.
Well, I would guess that we could talk with the troopers. The only problem with that is
Not gonna happen.
No,
I don't know
I
if
think
I
we
want
got, I
troopers
think we
around
gotta
either.
we gotta have somebody, whether we hire KLJ or, I mean, somebody's gotta go out there and check all this. And I don't know that we can leave it up to Wayne or Amber or the deputies to sit there and make sure that we know what's going on.
no, that's my point. You see, it's who's gonna take the ball and run with it.
Well, but we gotta, if we could
know.
include that in their contract, when they sign the contract, they gotta pay for somebody that we can monitor it.
That's not a bad idea.
Oh, we can get
Good idea.
that in there.
Yep. Well, that's what I would suggest, because that's what I had to
Not only
do.
that, I mean, we kind of, I don't sound mean, but we kind of have them by the balls here because it goes on with us. So we got to put some stiff stipulations in there. And if they want to proceed with this, they have to go through us instead of spending a bunch of money to reroute.
Yeah, well, they do, yeah, I see your point.
You know,
Yeah,
the one thing that I'll say is that I do like about Load Pass is that when you come in and you give your length, okay, you give the length of your truck and the length of your trailer, and then you give the amount of axles you have. With you have a pusher axle or a 4-axle. Well, I see it every day where drivers say, well, I've got a 3-axle truck and a 3-axle trailer, I can haul 105.5. Well, if you can't bridge it, if your overall length of your tractor is not long enough, you put a pusher on. I've seen guys put pushers on and think they're going to gain 15,000 pounds, and legally they're only gaining like 500 to 1,500 pounds because they don't have the inner bridge. For say, you know, to handle 105.5, you have to have at least a 51 to a 53-foot trailer. They don't make gravel trailers that long. Gravel trailers are normally about 38 foot long.
Yep.
So, and then they put 4 axles on gravel trailers and think they can do it. Well, there again, then now you fall into divisible load or non-divisible. Gravel can come off, so the 4th axle does you no good. So there's no way that they can legally haul 105.5 with a gravel setup. They are not long enough to do it. They cannot bridge it. So they're going to be stuck. They're going to be hauling 105.5, and they're probably in that 92,000 range that they can legally haul. So those are things that I like.
Griggs County, they can only haul 80,000.
Exactly. Yeah.
And that's what,
So,
Yeah.
so and then you know, then that goes back to the contractors hauling the clay out. They pull in there and they got some driver in there and they load it from corner to corner and think they got, you know, 6 axles or, you know, 7 axles underneath of it and they can do it. They can't. You know, there's a whole, you know, another set of rules that come into play
inner bridge and outer bridge.
Well, that's all I'm saying is that we should have somebody
So,
that they required to pay for somebody to monitor their trucks, but we monitor the person, but they have to pay us to monitor for that person. And if they find that, they can call Amber to come out and shut them down.
right.
But she shouldn't be the one to have to go out and check every truck, neither Wayne.
Right.
They should pay for somebody, because they're gonna be coming and going.
Yeah, that's right. I know.
Are you gonna have a say of who they hire to do that? Because,
No, we hired the
No.
person, they pay for it.
okay, but you're gonna have to say who you're gonna have inspect.
I said
'Cause I've
that,
seen,
I said that,
okay, well, that's what I was just asking.
That's what I
because I've
said.
Seen that where
no, I
some
said,
are favored.
I said,
certain
we
companies.
hire the person, but they pay for it,
Yeah,
that's what I
correct.
said.
Yeah, that's, yeah, I agree. Huh,
And I think Jamie can put that into the contract.
yeah.
And I know, and I'm sure Jamie itself is looking for making sure there's no loopholes in this thing too, because he's probably.
Well, they'll find a loophole if they can, but
Yeah, that's
Like-
for sure.
You want me? to-
Yeah, I'm working on it, so I'll,
Okay,
well, get
what,
taken care of.
Jamie?
Yep.
Oh,
So,
okay.
well, last time I talked to Nate, he was gonna have or not, well, not to Nate, but to David Yuki, and he said they was gonna have anything that, they're looking at their agreements right now for their ordinance and stuff. And
Yeah.
they're gonna send that over to Sam, to the auditor.
Okay, I've gotten their agreements. I've been working on this for quite some time. I
Okay.
reached out to a bunch of different state's attorneys. Got some from the oil field, got Foster counties. So I'm working on putting a hybrid together from all of them.
Okay. Good. So, the bottom
Yeah,
line
they were
is,
good until we got to the interstate. Just when.
Oh. I don't know who that is. Anyway,
It's somebody with Jamie.
oh, so anyway, I think we'll leave it right there for right now. We got, the bottom line, we have a lot of work to do ahead of time here, guys.
Yeah, yeah, we
We're just
do.
started, we're just starting now. At least we're starting to hit. We're trying to, when we met with Foster County, it was nice. They gave us kind of the heads up what's going to happen to us.
no,
Because they're going to be here probably, when do you think early next summer they're talking, maybe?
Yeah,
Depends how it
Could be.
goes. Maybe earlier, who knows? But once
Well,
they,
they were talking about hauling pipe in this winter, I thought, after they bid it. So it's something
Okay.
that we're gonna have to keep on working on until they come to us again, but we're gonna have to get it done probably within the next month or two.
okay,
Yeah.
all right. No,
And I did
Yeah.
get some stuff from Ellen over in Foster County, the Foster County auditor. And then I did send that over to you, Jamie, just now. So you can go through all of their stuff. But yeah.
but,
So I was gonna say that
go ahead.
that there's some of these miles that were supposed to be done in like a year or two.
I know.
Mm,
Well, they're on their
Still-
third year and they're still not.
Still working on it. One thing we did see that was, like, what was, I thought kind of hopeful at the end is we ended up at 281 south of Carrington, and that's the stuff after 4 years they reclaimed, and it looks pretty good. I mean, you can farm it. It looks nice. They did a nice job of reclaiming it, but it took 3 to 4 years to get to that point. So,
For the next,
And-
that land is still gonna be impacted. You can look at stuff where there have been pipelines in other areas. If you go down to Kansas and Nebraska where they've put other pipelines in, you can see those pipelines for 25 years. I mean, that land's never gonna be the same.
okay.
and I will say that the land looked good from a drive-by
did.
of an appearance, but the thing that I'm worried about is the roads did not. Those
Right.
same roads that we drove on to get there were flat, wide. The shoulders were higher. The center of the road was lower and dished. The black dirt that was working its way up back through the gravel. The roads did not look like the field. The fields, put it this way, the fields look a lot better than the roads did.
Right, yeah, you're right. You're right. Anyway, well, let's leave it there for right now. Okay, guys?
Okay.
Anyway, so, okay. Next subject is the floodplain ordinance. I've been working on this one. Jamie, you got that thing that Sam sent to you? From the Tyler Spooner?
Yeah, so I've spoken with Tyler a couple different times. I attended a webinar that was supposed to be in person on Thursday, but because of the weather, it was shut down.
Correct.
I've got some ordinances. I spoke with them at length out in Bismarck at the township officers, and I not really clear on what he said, so I've got some more work to do on it. We've got to get some stuff done by the end of January, so probably next meeting I'm going to be coming up to you guys with some stuff. But we've got some floodplain ordinances. The feds have changed the law in state of North Dakota, and in turn changed some laws for kind of taking back control of floodplain ordinances back for townships and counties and cities. So we've got to make some changes. They've got to be in place. I believe it is by the end of January.
Okay.
So it's some stuff that we can work on in January to get taken care of. But we'll have to have some ordinances that you guys will have to take care of.
Okay, yeah,
And you're kind of working on like a universal deal, like rules, regulations, stuff like that in our favor. How's that work?
For floodplains, you mean?
Yeah.
No, they're actually just they're canned ordinances that I'll be coming to you guys with. Since we've got the river, we're a little bit different. There's a couple different townships that are a little bit different position than the rest of the city, the rest of the county.
Okay.
yeah. I'll work with Jamie in this one because I have a couple people down in the river valley are affected by this directly. That's why it's brought up again here. So, right, Jamie?
Well, you're right.
Well, it's statewide.
I know, but
it's being brought up statewide. Everybody
Okay.
has to change it. City of Cooperstown will have to do something. I know the city of Lakota, I've got to do something, but it's for flood insurance for individuals.
correct. Exactly.
And it's
FEMA.
it's looking at that changing the floodplain regulations and ordinances a little bit.
Okay. Okay, we'll keep working on that one.
I just want.
Yeah, go
wanted to
ahead.
say
Go ahead,
one
Lauren.
other
Go ahead,
thing.
Lauren.
Typically, when I was out there, the contractors' trucks were legitimate and their drivers because they had to get state permits and everything. But it was the ones they hired is the ones that were the ones that nobody monitored. And
Yeah.
that's why we had to
Right.
monitor all of the ones that came in,
Come in, sure.
the hired ones. And that's the ones that nobody keeps track of.
Yeah. Ugh.
Yep.
Okay. Well, okay. Next thing is Commissioner 2026 payroll.
So you guys are gonna get paid, starting in January. I was talking with, Jamie on if you guys should be put onto the actual payroll or if it should just be a check issued and then it would be a 1099 at the end. And I think Jamie had, kind of thought that we should get you guys on the payroll. So those, everything is taken out right away and all your taxes are taken out and then, you guys are on the workers' comp and all of that stuff. So that's the way that I'm going to proceed
Okay.
and we'll kind of go with that.
So after the meeting, you want us to come to your office and fill out a form?
I'll probably get you the forms.
For next week.
Yeah, probably at
meeting.
your special meeting and then you guys just have to have them back to me by,
Can I fill it out today? I'm happy to come over after.
it doesn't matter. I mean, yeah. I'm not really ready for you right
Then
now, but
I will come
yeah.
sometime next week or
Okay.
something, then fill it out then.
Okay.
It's fine.
That sounds good to me.
Do we need a motion or anything for that?
Nope.
No,
Nope.
I think so.
That's fine.
Anything else, Sam? on
Can
that?
we also,
Yeah, go
can I have you guys add, holiday courthouse holiday closures to the agenda so we
Okay.
can talk about that? I have,
For not,
just right now.
oh, okay, go ahead. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, a motion to approve,
Amend the budget or?
No,
Amend the
amend the
agenda
agenda,
to
so-
add.
add that. Some
Yeah.
motion by,
I'll make that motion.
motion by Avery. I'll do a second.
Second.
Second by Olson. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Same sign opposed. Motion carried. Oh, yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so it was brought to my attention that President Trump did sign an executive order having Thursday, having Christmas, the whole Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and the day after Christmas as a federal holiday for 2025. And our employee manual does state that we do follow anything that the governor or the president declares as a federal holiday. So just wanted to let you guys know. I talked to Jamie and he said, yep, that's how that the
Okay.
the manual reads. So I just wanted to let you guys know about that. And I was asked, if we could close the courthouse offices on the Friday after, New Year's. If that would be okay, whether to close it or to close it with, employees taking vacation or no pay for that day.
What's the?
I think we just close it, pay him,
So
my opinion.
Oh, go ahead.
so that would be, New Year's Eve falls on a Thursday, so then it would be that Friday afterwards. You guys have done that in the past where if a holiday falls on a Thursday, you've allowed the employees to close those offices on that Friday, and so
What are your
just,
guys' thoughts?
I'm agreeable.
I
That's my
suppose
opinion.
it's only for this year. It's not.
yep, so it just
It's
falls.
not every year, so
Nope.
I don't think it'd be too horrible. To me personally, I mean, we're closed that Friday, but at the same time, other business isn't, but I don't think the state or federal employees should be exactly held to other personal type deal.
Rod? Rod,
I have no problem with them being closed, but we had voted on, and when they asked in the last meeting, whether they take vacation or with pay, and we had voted for them to do it with vacation. And
That was a different holiday though.
it was
I mean, that was
Christmas.
for
Yeah.
One specific
So-
holiday, not. a
With this one, I have not sent out an email to all of the employees. It was just, talked about right
Right.
now while I was here. So I haven't sent out an email to the employees if they would be in agreement with that. But I mean, I can if you guys wish, and then,
Yeah,
You know-
bring it up at the special meeting next week, just
well, it would be,
because it'd be for the following.
be that Friday.
Yeah.
Could be, this, the special meeting is on Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
yeah,
So you could bring it
it
up.
would be better if we decided now, I guess, but it's just so I can let the employees know. I mean,
Well,
that's-
I
mean,
I'm in
I
agreement
just-
with Rod. If they want to close it and take the day off, I say they have to take vacation.
take vacation.
Yeah.
Yep.
So if you wanted to make a motion, however, I mean,
Okay,
however it goes, if we take the whole, or just take the day or take vacation, I can send out an email
to them.
to let everybody know.
So what, so I have a motion to do
I'll-
something here?
I'll make that motion that they can take the day off, but it's with vacation, no pay.
Okay, motion by Zorn. Do we have a second to this one?
I'll second it.
Second by Avriel. Any discussion? Any discussion?
I disagree.
Oh, any discussion last time
That was.
on that one, so, all in,
Roll call.
yeah, roll call, that's right, okay. Zorn,
I,
Avriel.
Aye.
Lauren,
Nay,
and Travis votes aye. Motion carried. Okay. Okay, old courthouse, new courthouse.
Chad's got something for you.
Oh, yeah, Chad, go ahead.
Okay. It's just a couple quick things. I was thinking, last time I used the snow blower and then when I put it away, it was full of snow and then it froze the auger and all that up. I would like to purchase one of those mats that go underneath, like people can put them in their garages and whatever. And we put in the shed, and then I would just set my heater in front of it, melt it out, and it isn't making a mess or wrecking that garage. Cause it's, it's cement and there's no drain or nothing. They're like a couple $100 at 8x10 or whatever. I haven't checked into it a whole lot. I just think it'd be a smart thing to do to melt that snow blower off or anything else that, would happen to need to.
What do you have in the budget there, Sam, for that? We have, fund there to take it out of?
Do we have anything in
Yeah.
our
Um,
maintenance?
Yeah,
not at this moment, because we did use all of
Mhm.
those funds to
okay.
purchase the shed. But starting the beginning of the year, we'll
we could have
have,
something.
yep.
Can we wait till?
Yes, I was just thinking of that.
Alright.
And then, I need, another thing is we need to get power to them plugins outside the courthouse.
Okay,
So I can plug a cord in and get power in there so I can have lights. That's when I go in there, when it's dark.
speaking of lights, you haven't done any more on the, no, don't ask that question, okay. I'll just bring it up.
No, you're right. It's been a discussion. I just haven't sat down and figured everything out 100%. I got an idea. But I have to figure out everything in whole to kick it over to Otter Tail for them to give us more of an accurate estimate.
Correct.
So I'm making sure all my numbers are in place before I do that. So I don't want to sit there and I don't want to sit there and give, because the number I'm going to get is going to be about an average estimate, but I don't want to give anything false to them and then have it come back as a false number back to us and screw us up. So that I've been, and with this time of year and us being shorthanded, we've been extremely busy and I apologize. for that.
No, that's fine. Can you actually look what Chad wants to do then? See,
Yes.
okay. Why don't you do that one, next time, try it, or when you have a chance to look
Yeah.
at both. of
Thank-
those, yeah.
Here's what I'll do is we're gonna discuss the heater probably next meeting, because
Yeah.
come to us with the receipt on the actual cost.
Yeah.
And we could probably approve it. And then what we'll do is I'll put it on my schedule. So the next meeting or whatever, I can come over there to get you some power over there.
Yeah,
I'm sure it's
I just need the breaker flipped out of the
Yeah,
courthouse. I'm
it's
guessing
fine.
there's power into the panel. It's just one of the
Yeah,
breakers
And
or,
that's fine. It just.
and I wasn't gonna mess with it because I
No,
don't know what's going
I
on.
have no problem doing that, but I'll come over there after the meeting or whatever. It's gotta be on my schedule to do it. So I'll schedule it from the next what is it, the 8th, Sam?
Fifth.
Fifth?
5th of
Fifth?
January.
5th of January.
Fifth
yeah.
of-
So 5th of January, I'll put it on my schedule for 5th of January. Bring us that receipt on what it's gonna cost, and then after the meeting, we'll go over there and get you some
Okay.
power tied on.
Okay, that'll work. Thank you.
Okay. Anything else on old courthouse, new courthouse, guys? Okay. Future business? I'll probably put
Well, but,
probably more the pipeline thing on there,
put
just-
the approval of this on there too.
Oh, yeah, but that'd be on the bills anyway.
That'll be
correct?
in the
Bill-
bills.
In the
It'll be in
bill, in the
bills
bills,
anyway,
yeah,
so-
in the
Yep.
bills, so it'll be already there, so.
Uh,
Yeah, put the pipeline thing back
Uh,
on there. Yeah.
And then should we put low pass on there? You guys wanna,
Yeah, I think so too.
we'll discuss low
Yeah.
pass.
Yeah.
Which is the first meeting of the 5th, right? Not the special meeting.
Correct, yes.
The special meeting is just for bills.
Just for bills. That's all we do is that one, is the
Okay.
bills. Should take about 4 minutes.
Yep.
Hopefully.
Mhm.
Anyway. Anything else for future business, guys? Rod?
No,
Do we do, I don't know if it matters when you guys do it. I know you beginning of the year, we usually talk about electing a new chairman. Is that?
Yeah, that's like the 5th.
That's the 5th, and
the
then,
5th.
so you guys will do your chairman, your vice chairman, and all of your boards
Yeah.
of
Okay.
which portfolios you.
Yeah, I just wasn't sure what that date was. so I
Yeah.
was wondering.
We organize. Okay, it's my favorite time of the meeting. I mean, a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
I'll make them.
Go ahead. You can have it.
Motion by Zorn to adjourn the meeting. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Second by Averill.
I beat you to it.
Yeah, any discussion, one last time, any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Hi.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. We are adjourned at 10:50. And the next meeting is a special meeting on December 30th at 9:30 in this room, correct? And the regular commissioner meeting is January 5th in this room,
My first.
correct,
Paid one.
after the year. Okay,
Thank
thank
you.
you. We're done.
Wayne,